Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome back to another Let's Play with author JPEdgar, where this guy plays some games he's never played before, and today we are continuing our journey with Star Trek Resurgence on the PS5. So, without wasting no more time, let's get going. Let's get going, huh? No, it's not Holy Smoke Saturday, but it's been a while since I smoked the holy. Today is the day I'm going to smoke the holy. Yeah, it's been a while. How are you doing, chat? How you doing? How are you doing today? How are you doing this week? How are you doing this week? Yeah, I didn't stream last week because I had a big test on Friday. I really wanted to study up for it, and it paid off because I passed, got that certification down, taking a small break, able to stream again, getting things back on track. Yeah, so smoking the holy sounds like good for smoking. Okay. It is not it. It's not it. No, it's been a really busy. I was really busy last week. I decided, I want to spend as much time as I can.
I regret to report that we have lost the last transport.
My comrade, the Admiral.
Unfortunately, our shuttle systems were damaged by the power surge. We can no longer serve as a transporter node.
Carter, these readings are off the charts.
No, it's full power. It's in the margin.
On this ship. That must have been the power surge.
Oh, I see. The oxygen's just back online.
Right. The Takan energy source. They call it the Cartabula. It's here.
Is that?
The intruders are preparing to bring the Zeldi to war.
And we're about to be stuck on it.
There is an old Lydian saying about leaping off the hot skillet and falling to the flame below.
Yeah, we got that one too.
I think I already did this one.
I hate to say this, but I don't think there's a rescue coming for us. That was our job, so we're gonna have to save ourselves. And with the Cartabula on board,
and oxygen,
we're gonna have a new job.
Stop it. Stop them.
I like this job.
That's all well and good, but if we're not getting off this ship, we're really backed into a corner here.
We can't get off this ship.
But maybe I could target somewhere on the ship.
just bone already.
We are reading the warp engines powering up.
Yeah, we picked up on that.
We do not have a way to evacuate you from the Zeldi. The shuttlecraft is too heavily damaged.
We're gonna stay alive. Just do me a favor and try to track us down.
I can assure you, I will make every effort, Mr. Diaz. Live long and prosper.
I hear voices down the corridor.
You will be here soon.
I'll guard the door. You just get us out of here, Diaz.
Hey, Stretch. Help us with this map.
You just started this bit last time. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
They're almost here.
What was the goal? As remote as possible?
There. The aft cargo bay.
That is acceptable.
Sounds good to me.
Whatever you're doing, do it now!
I forgot how to transport things. What am I supposed to do? I totally forgot what to do.
We're locked in. Forward to transport.
Come on, Val.
KO. He was shot through cover. Because, yeah, he was running away, then he got shot. The disruptor heckin' just clipped through the wall.
Energize.
No. Red shirt down. So how's your diabetes turning out? You are really close, and if that thing goes warp, it should take you with it, right? Nope, apparently not.
Zelda does not appear to have left any warp signature at all. I cannot track its trajectory.
I held on as long as I could.
We saved many lives. And our people on the Zelda knew the risks their duties entailed.
Contact the Resolute, Mr. Chobak. Have them bring us back.
Yes, Commander.
The Ripabetes. Dead Reckoning. How's the hands? Space Abetes.
You saved as many Elydian lives as you could. And more importantly, you looked after your crew. That's what counts. You have to look out for your own, first and foremost.
That doesn't change the fact 15 lives were lost out there.
True. But 5 times more than that were saved.
Agreed.
It's all a matter of perspective. Unfortunately, the Admiral was among those who didn't make it. I'm sure it's a huge blow to the Elydians. I hope they don't blame us. We suffered.
We blame you! Oh, that was some unusual footing. Did you see the captain steps as he turned?
Staff are waiting for us in the briefing room to discuss just that. I wanted a chance for you and I to speak first, given the circumstances. While protocol might suggest we alert Starfleet about our situation, missing crew, the data breach, possible threat from the Hatari or Khan, I think we're better off keeping this to ourselves, under our control.
Why?
You know what's at stake for me here, and what is at stake for you, too. I can't afford another mission gone wrong, and I'm really counting on your support. I don't want to raise a false alarm just yet.
See, that's the thing. He's talking about protocol and duty, and he keeps having me make these decisions where we have to go against protocol. I don't know. It's just one of those things that it's kind of those frustrating things. Like, how did he end up in this position where he just consistently asks you to do the thing that he told you not to do? So it's either about loyalty to him or loyalty to the command. And it's frustrating. It is frustrating. Because it's about what it's going to put me in trouble. It doesn't matter if it puts you in trouble, if it puts people at risk, information is key in situations like this. And this is information we cannot keep to
I
ourselves.
have every confidence we can wrap this up before it gets any worse than it already is.
I'm sorry, Captain, but this isn't about you. The lives of everyone who wears a uniform are at stake.
I don't see it that way.
Well, it's a matter of perspective.
We're ready in the briefing room, Captain.
On our way. Is there any update on our efforts to trace the Zelda's warp signature?
Unfortunately, no. Somehow they were able to mask the signature and block our ability to track their trajectory.
I'm also concerned about what went with them. A Taconian energy source.
Sidron referred to it as the Cartabula.
Yes, I've been analyzing your tricorder scans. This Cartabula is more powerful than any energy source on record. It disabled our ability to warp and likely created the ion storm.
Something that powerful in their hands?
We have to find that ship.
I guess her hands are okay.
Anywhere by now.
Literally anywhere.
I'm just gonna say Starfleet can help because, yeah, we need to communicate with them.
You're saying we should warn the entire galaxy?
I'm saying we do the math. Calculate their maximum speed against a given time interval. That gives us an expanding radius of where they might be at different periods of time. We alert the stations at each radius at regular intervals. It's casting a wide net, but it's at least worth a shot.
A sound approach.
The Takan also compromised our systems when Petty Officer Maris stole data from our computer core.
We're assessing what was lost as we speak. It's just too soon to say exactly what they had access to.
Starfleet needs to know about this.
Exactly.
We're not contacting Starfleet until we fully understand the situation. There are too many unknowns.
They stole our data. That's reason enough to warn Starfleet.
But the captain does have a point. It might be better to wait until we know more.
We shouldn't take any chances. We should at least alert Starfleet that our system was compromised.
I agree with Commander Rydek. We should let Starfleet decide how they want to handle it.
And essentially tell them this mission was a failure before it's even over? No.
So what's going on with his eyebrows? Like, does he dye his eyebrows and let the rest of his hair go gray, or is it backwards? Like, he's actually a young man because he doesn't have any gray in his mustache either. It's all just his hair. I think he dyes his hair. I think he wants that salt and pepper flavor because I don't have any gray in my hair, but I have some gray in my goatee. Everything about you is wrong. You're not going to get any Spider-Man pictures today, sir.
That's not how we're gonna do it. Not on my ship. I want to speak with the Hatari and get to the bottom of this before we get Starfleet involved.
I expect we'll meet resistance. The Hotari think we violated our neutrality by entering their minds. Assuming the negotiations are off, we no longer have an official role here.
We still have a responsibility to the Hotari and the
The
Elydians.
Takan are a threat to both their civilizations.
No. They're a threat to us all. The device Commander Rydek found in the Taconian Vault is an advanced delivery mechanism for a complex biogenetic transformation process.
Meaning what, exactly?
Not only are they bioforming innocent hosts, transforming them into Takan, they're taking the DNA and engrammatic data of a specific Taconian and displacing that of its host. It's a hostile takeover on a cellular level, bringing individual Takan back to life, one by one.
Is there some way it could be reversed?
That's exactly what I've been trying to find out. So far, it appears the answer is no. Once the Taconian takes control, the displacement of the host is irreversible, and the bioforming appears to be permanent. Petty Officer Maris called herself a scion of the Flame, but the computer had no information about it.
She also shot the hell out of my ship as she escaped and nearly killed a few of our crew. So we know this about those scions. They're dangerous.
The Takan have crossed a line. That much is certain. However, meeting with the Hotari could offer insight into their true intentions. Under the pretense of an apology for betraying their trust and trespassing on their territory.
I guess.
Given the options, this might be our best chance to find out more about what they have planned.
I couldn't agree more.
With the Cartabula gone, I can confirm we have regained warp capability and the use of our transporters.
Excellent. Commander Ermot, see if we can arrange a meeting on Hotari as soon as possible. As Ambassador Spock suggested, under the pretense of an apology.
Aye, Captain.
Nice work, everyone.
Except you.
You're long overdue for a Duridium infusion.
It looks like I am.
Aside from almost running out of Duridium, you're in good health.
Nice to get some positive news for a change.
You, I don't worry about. The captain, however...
Go on.
You see it, don't you? He's desperate. Withholding intel from Starfleet just to save his reputation. That's not normal behavior for a captain.
I agree.
I was relieved you called him out on it. You've spent enough time with him now, seen enough of how he runs the ship. If there's something wrong, as the ship's doctor, I need to know. Don't sugarcoat it. You know I won't.
You see, it seems like the doctor wants to potentially pull a mutiny or a pull of command or a swapping command or what's the word I'm looking for? Dismiss? No. Remove, I suppose? Temporarily a removal of command under medical pretext. That I don't see it. It's not a medical situation that is going to have him removed from command. It is something else. So in terms of his health, aside from his stressed out hair, but his perfectly fine eyebrows and mustache, he's fine.
He's perfectly fine. The captain is doing everything he can to ensure our success. I know you don't agree with his methods, but you can't deny his heart is in the right place.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
if that's what you believe, just know the rest of us have to live with your decisions. Make sure you remember that.
Jara.
Monitor your deuterium levels. I'll be right back.
How's your wound?
Like it was never there. I feel lucky you were there with me. Without you, I'd be, well... Thank you for saving my life. Even with the wonders of your technology, it wouldn't have mattered if you left me for dead.
Yeah, without
I should be
Jara,
thanking you.
whatever her name is.
You took that disruptor shot for me. Without you, I might be the one in sickbay, or worse.
Well, I couldn't just let you die. Not after all you did to help.
I won't forget it.
We saw the truth down in those mines. What Sidron and Galvin really are. Who they've become. The lengths they're willing to go to. What they did to that Lydian. It's hard to accept that everything I thought I knew, so much was a lie. The horror of that underneath our feet the entire time.
What we learn down there will help us win this fight. Truth is power, and we'll use that to stop Galvin and Sidron.
If you're right, then it was worth it. I truly hope you're right.
Commander Rydick, you're needed on the bridge at once.
What is it?
The Hotari have agreed to meet.
Alright, she knows him better than you do. If she's saying his behavior is odd, maybe believe her. But then it's a behavioral issue, not necessarily a physical inability, you know? So it's just one of those things. Too late now? Yeah. He's got gray. It's just dark gray. So dark it's black. He actually had blonde hair. Actually, he was a redhead. He was a redhead.
They haven't found us yet.
We can't just wait to be rescued. We have no idea when or if the Resolute is going to catch up. But if we can get access to the Zeldi systems, we might be able to figure out what the Takan are up to. You got somewhere we could do that?
Psychological is medical. I suppose.
For how uptight the Elydians are, the cargo bay is kind of a mess.
Come on, Carter. We need to stick with the tall
That's a
guy.
burn on an OCD level.
Looks airtight and climate controlled. Must be where they put the precious cargo.
There's so much stuff for me to interact with.
Huh. Elydian consoles still have mechanical keyboards as a backup.
Relevance is, I mean, there's obvious relevance, but for people who don't know,
Power cells. Elydians must supplement main system power with these. No time to look over here. I better follow Major Arminta.
I have plenty of time to look. Everyone, like, nothing is going to happen.
Made it a lot easier to transport across the ship. If we took another second, Miranda might have... Based on how this is reinforced, it probably contains dilithium. Stray phaser blast can cause a piezoelectric rupture and blow a hole in the ship. Better be careful.
Or you can just take one for the team.
Up there? Alright. Edgar, let's do this.
The internal sensors.
The what?
When they scan the ship for life signs, they'll know right where we are.
There must be devices that perform the scan.
Right there. And there. There's several of them around the room.
Got it. We'll disable them.
How? They're too high to reach, even for me.
Not too
Pew
high
pew.
for phasers.
Low power, Nelly. Let's not set off any fire alarms.
I got the ones over here.
Got one.
Oh, I'm shooting that thing. Okay. Pew pew. Did I already shoot that? Are those pairs all one? Let's find out. Yeah, those pairs are one. I thought they were just individual.
I am.
Wait, what do I need to do? I mean, how many more do I need? I need to get to the high ground. Did I already shoot that one?
Only one left.
Because there's 2 items here, I thought they were like each of them were one. So where is the last one? Oh, there's a timer. Oh, my camera was blocking it. Okay. Oh, okay.
Here it comes.
I should have shot those dilithium chambers.
It worked. They won't be able to detect us.
That buys us some time.
Now that the Zeldi has its power again, I might be able to access some of the ship's systems from here. I'll take care not to give away our position.
As he gets away
The
a position.
might not even know we're still on board this ship. Miranda only saw us transport away. She probably thinks we're back on the Resolute.
Miranda.
Don't give up on her yet, Carter. For all we know, she was trapped, watching it happen. Fighting it the whole time.
It never hurts to hold on to hope. Especially when it's someone you care about.
And I know it looks bad, but we're gonna get her back. I won't let her go. I know it seems...
She's not here anymore.
But maybe there's a way to turn her back and Miranda could help us stop the Takan. Here, on the ship. Just because the Trill joining is permanent doesn't mean the Takan bioforming has to be.
How do you know that?
Enough of your prattling on about your friend. You have to think like a soldier. She's our enemy now. She'll be dealt with like the rest of the Takan.
My friend Miranda is not responsible for what she's doing. The Takan have taken control of her mind. We certainly can't kill her for it.
Speak for yourself. If anyone threatens the Empire, they are the enemy. It's just one life, and it's already been lost.
You don't get to talk about Miranda.
You don't
Try
get
to
know the truth.
diffuse the situation a
I don't
little
like
bit.
this any more than you do. The Takan are a threat to all of us. They turned our crewmates too. Do you really think they're gonna stop there?
All I know is that more of my people have been lost to the transformation than yours. Not to mention my admiral and the others who didn't survive your rescue attempt. Our losses
You
are
would be
mounting.
dead without the
Yours
attempt,
are
so
just
it
beginning.
wasn't an
We're
attempt.
stuck on this ship, same as you.
Oh. Apparently they use
I'm blocked on
red
the
triangles and exclamation marks as
Propulsion.
caution warnings.
And they're closing down systems faster than I can check them. Ah,
Frustration!
they're always changing these interfaces. I can hardly keep up.
Let us help.
Fine.
Yeah, at least offer instead of just straight up move.
They're using a senior officer's access code to lock down our systems from the bridge. The Takan must have turned someone in command.
Here's something. I can see the course they have plotted in.
Boomer alien.
Long way from Hotari space.
I hope the Resolute is all right back there.
The Zeldi. That's where we are.
That's not exactly news.
The Lydian fleet has explored a lot of systems, but it's all in the opposite direction of where we're going.
Not quite, because it looks like you're going upright toward the system that it's the.
We're headed to the edge of the galaxy.
Nothing but uninhabited systems along the way. And if we keep going, we'll leave charted space. A lot sooner than I like to think about, too.
That can't happen. We need to take control and turn this ship around. Get back to the front lines of the battle for Elydia.
We are on the front lines. They're going to do this all over the quadrant. The whole Federation is at risk.
That is a possibility, but it's already a reality for my people.
I'm sure it's pretty damn real for the people who are trapped in their own bodies controlled by the Takan. You can't just turn your back on them.
I'll take this ship without you if I have to. And I'll bring it back to Elydia, or I'll destroy it. I won't let it stay.
Try to de-escalate.
We stand a better chance by working together. You're right to be angry. But it doesn't do any good to turn it on us.
Fair enough.
The most important thing is that we get control of this ship, so that we don't end up so far away that the Resolute can't ever catch up to us.
And if we control the Zeldi, that also means they can't use that Cartabula thing.
I'm not sure we can do much more from here.
What's this? It's a data stream.
It looks to be a two-way communication.
Let me see if I could put it through a demultiplexing processor.
Can you get that clearer?
I'm trying.
I just told you I'm trying.
Okay. That should do it.
Hello? Can you read me?
Itaska, is that you?
Major!
It's my lieutenant. Where are you?
I'm here with some of the others. We're trapped in the ATP.
Our artillery targeting platform.
The bulkheads are sealed, and ruptured power conduits on the other side are discharging at high voltage. Major, we've seen Sidron and the other Hatari, and if we can get free, I think we'll be able to overpower them and take back the ship.
I'm still wondering when life support came back online, because when we arrived, everyone was unconscious from lack of atmosphere. When did this happen?
Itaska, are you still there? Itaska, are you still there?
You shouldn't trust anyone else you meet. The Hatari have been transforming people on the ship. We've seen it happen.
Bioforming.
It's only a matter of time before any remaining crew are turned against us. You have to come and help us.
I gotta ask, are you sure that's really your comrade?
It's Itaska. You're going to have to trust me. I know Lieutenant Itaska well. That's her. Clear and not under duress beyond our current circumstances. I'm sure of it.
Trust goes both ways. We trust you. You trust us.
I'll go with that. Until you give me reason not to.
Until you give us a reason not to. We will toss your ass out of the space lock.
We'll make it to you undetected, and we'll free you from the ATP.
We'll be ready and waiting, sir.
I may not know the computers very well, but I know every inch of this ship. I can get us there, safely, through the back routes.
Oh my. Boomer alien technology. Or boomer alien and technology. Unmasking.
You may approach.
Your Majesty, an apology is in order. The Federation...
Spare us your apologies, your excuses, your pathetic explanations. You said you were here under the pretense of peace, yet you trespassed into our minds. I should have known you couldn't be trusted when you sided with the Illidians. Your intentions have been clear from the start.
So we can either go aggressive and say, F you, you didn't want to find the truth. I can be like a dog between, like a tail between legs, say, I'm sorry, or we can go in between. Had to find the truth is kind of aggressive. I'm not sure I like that. So since we are under the pretense of apologetics and stuff like that, I think I want to go with I'm sorry.
I take full responsibility for my actions, which were entirely my own, not the Federation's.
How noble.
Your Majesty, if I may.
Her actions nearly caused a war.
I was addressing the Queen.
Galvin speaks for the Hotari now.
Fortunately, we were able to resolve this ourselves despite your interference. The Illidians have agreed the mines will remain under Hotari control.
We now recognize the Hotari as the sole authority in this region. Your presence here is no longer necessary.
So you can consider the matter resolved.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense.
That makes no sense. What did they do to you?
They convinced us that this was the best deal we were going to get.
I thank you for coming, but the sooner the Federation leaves, the better.
The hell we will.
Captain?
What about my crew trapped aboard that ship? Or what you did to my security team? The data you stole? I want to make one thing clear. No one is to leave Hotari space without Federation approval. No one.
You think you have that power, when in fact you have none. You came here under the presumption you would be the ultimate authority. That you would show up and render judgment in this petty dispute over precious resources between lesser people. But instead, your arrogance and self-interest was your undoing. Blinding you to the real power at work here. Something far beyond your feeble imagination.
We came at your request to help solve the problem, not create one.
You came because I wanted to see the mighty Federation for myself, the greatest power in the galaxy. Needless to say, I was disappointed.
They never wanted our help. They were setting us up from the start. Commander Rydek saw what you did in those mines. How you bioformed innocent people against their will and turned them into Takan.
Very diplomatic.
Takan. A word I haven't heard in a very long time. At the height of our power, the Takan Empire spanned hundreds of thousands of light years and trillions of Takonians.
An empire that encompassed what is now considered Federation territory.
What's yours was once ours, so it feels only right that we reclaim what was lost. Everything you hold dear will be gone. The first of many painful losses to come.
You won't get away with this. You'll be held accountable by the Federation.
I already have gotten away with it. And the Federation has no authority here. Not anymore. You might be surprised how many want to be part of the most advanced civilization the galaxy has ever seen. We will not stop until we've reclaimed what is rightfully ours. Imagine what a queen, a starship captain, or even a Federation ambassador could accomplish if their power was wielded by a truly superior entity. In the face of such impossible odds against an adversary so clearly more advanced in every way, the only logical choice is to submit.
Never.
Seize them.
Get us out of here, now!
Rydick to Resolute. Beam us out.
So that is a declaration of war, right? Does that mean we could just straight up torpedo the planet?
You ever done something like this before?
Close quarters combat? Infiltrating an enemy stronghold?
Something like that.
I once spent 6 days crawling through sewers during the siege of Tofar Ket to retake the citadel there. That's just one of many campaigns I've served in. My dress uniform is well decorated.
I'm glad we're here with you. We need your kind of experience.
I should say you do. And I'll be glad to have Lieutenant Itasca with us.
A little bit of brown on that
She
nose.
fought shoulder to shoulder with me in that siege.
So you're pretty close, huh?
She's like a daughter to me. She's saved my life more than once. She's more than just a comrade in arms.
All right, well, let's just keep siding with him, make him feel better.
We'll get her and the others free.
I'll worry less when that's been done. But once we have my comrades, proper soldiers, we'll be able to retake the bridge. Then, our fleets will catch up to us. The ATP is just down that corridor.
So I've been fighting a migraine. Oh man. Some of those camera movements just make me dizzy.
Is this the artillery platform?
This is the power distribution for the forward armament cluster. There was combat here. Disruptor burns on the walls. Signs of a grenade detonation.
If there was a fight, the Takan might still be nearby.
Maybe my people killed them.
Or they could be waiting for us.
And that's a problem for when we meet them.
The distribution conduits have been knocked loose. The currents in those lines would be lethal. Is there any way to power those down?
Each circuit has a control panel that regulates power to the magnetobanks.
Track connections
It's tricky
between
dealing
power
with
lines and control
doppelgangers.
panels. I should be able to clear a safe path to your crew.
Or mind control of some type. Because the fact is, there are no guards where obvious hostiles are. It kind of is a red flag.
It's heavy.
Find controls and deactivate the electricity. Because it's like, depending on what kind of doppelganger or mind control it is, like, do they have memories of the host or of the person they're imitating? If so, that's like they have knowledge so you can't really ask the question of what was my favorite color when I was 16 years old, but changed it because I was 17 or something like that. So it's just one of those things. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm here. Welcome in. But I think their mind control or whatever is limited on memories, considering the fact that what was the point of getting the entire library, or at least some sort of library information, when they had someone who knew a lot of stuff already? Or they could have just next stabbed someone who actually was of some significance instead of just a random red shirt, you know? What story? Yeah, we're trapped on a ship, and we don't know who's a boomer and who isn't. I know you said bioformed, but I read boomer. The problem is they'll need to figure out who is the important people, and it helps getting some randos in so that people don't suspect anything. True. And Miranda, and for all intent and purposes, is essentially a rando. She's a red shirt. Someone without a lot of rank or authority, except like a low-end security officer. So, like, mind-controlling Miranda might benefit you in the short term, but in terms of long term, it doesn't really benefit. Oh, great. We're going to have this again where the camera centers again. Oh, that was an accidental press. Oh, I got hit again. I thought that was the last one. Do they have hit points too? Because I feel like I'm shooting these people more often. There we go.
You! Federation, you made it.
Barely. There's a lot of collateral damage out here.
They backed us into a corner.
We did that to drive them out. Put some space between us and the enemy. They're here. Get down!
Get down!
They've given up on capture.
No, they just don't have the weapons for
Go
capture.
back that way. You, give me a hand with this. Go, go! Behind us!
Explosives. Objects with a pew-pew over them will explode when shot. Use these explosive objects to take out multiple enemies at once. There's a small delay before the explosion triggers. Okay. And I will take this opportunity to catch up on chat. They also established that the bioforming is a process that slowly takes over the host, so it could be a thing where they want to only access immediate memories and nothing. True. Or maybe losing memories as a host, body's taken over. We don't know. Exactly. I agree. Well, she may be in a lowly position, but that doesn't mean her host is. And once the Takan have taken over, then it really doesn't matter who she used to be. Agreed, but like I said, it's like, let's say instead of getting a lowly red shirt, they grabbed the captain of the ship, for example, and they'll have all the information. They wouldn't need the library that from the ship. That's basically what I was getting at. Anyway. This camera. I hate this camera. This camera is possibly the worst camera I have ever had to deal with. That is how terrible this camera is.
Behind us!
The combat system is absolutely horrible. They had decades of presidents to work with, and they said, all right, we'll just screw it up. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just a horrible job, dude. Horrible job.
Now, Federation, you take the lead. We'll keep them busy.
I thought you were going to keep them busy. You just straight up ran away. Do better? The devs need to do better. This is absolutely horrible. Why on earth? What captivated them? What compelled them to make the camera this way? Where as soon as you release the trigger, it centers back in the screen, so not only do you lose your lock, you get disoriented. Just horrible. Absolutely horrible.
We can't let him reach the stairs!
It's terrible. And then when you actually go to aim, the camera is more sensitive. So you're when I'm doing like a pre-aim, the camera just shifts to the side. This is terrible. Absolutely horrible. So never mind the fact that you can't pre-aim to where you want to aim because of limits. Just to be clear, this is possibly one of the worst combat systems I've had the honor and the privilege of playing. That's how bad it is. It is awful. Awful. Awful, awful.
Fall back!
It is a situation where if the game was based solely on this combat system, I would have returned it. I would have returned the game. I don't return games. That's how terrible the game is, or the combat is. There are some interesting, fun points about the game, so that's kind of one of those things. I don't mind the lack of auto-aim. I just mind the fact that it centers every single time I release my camera. Terrible. Just awful. Prostate exams are not as painful as this. I don't know.
Hold him back! We can't let him reach the stairs!
Like, okay, this is as far as I can aim to the left. So in order for me to shoot those barrels to the left, I need to aim before I can actually get to those barrels. I don't think a prostate exam is supposed to be paid. I don't know. I don't know. No, this is the game's fine. It's just this. This. That's fine. That was kind of my fault-ish. It's a fun story. Interesting characters. Some things are pretty obvious. This is possibly the worst thing, though. It's just the worst thing. Just like in Resident Evil, inventory management's the worst thing. Absolutely terrible. So it's just one of those things. I also got through this fight, but I was also on a mouse and PC. Yeah, this is definitely not friendly. This is not anything friendly. Oh, so they take actually multiple shots, huh? No, I get you. Mouse and keyboard was probably a lot easier when it comes to dealing with this type of shooter. I like how the cutscene actually had me take cover just long enough for everything to spawn and get overwhelmed. That cutscene. Oh!
No! You can't just run in there.
Must live to fight.
Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked. But the cutscenes, they always foil my plans. Oh man, I'm hoping I don't have to do that one again.
We let the enemy take them. Hadri and Private Turo.
They weren't the only ones. But if we hadn't, it would have been all of us. I'll have to live with that. And I'll answer for it when I die. It's not the Illidian way to leave one of our own behind. It's a sin to do so.
We're not gonna die.
See, usually when the game is difficult, even if it's like I'm gonna go to this because I'm talking from them. When a game is difficult, the AI is overtuned or something like that. It's a stupid cheating effing game. That was just straight up dumb. Because like I said, I want to aim at the camera, so all I could do when I pre-aim is I can only get this far. But then when I release, it goes wheep, and then I overshoot. Now I'm being under fire where I have to release the aim, then it goes back to the middle. It was very frustrating. A very frustrating mechanic, to say the least. PC, mouse, and keyboard was probably a lot easier. I just am not. I did not enjoy that at all. I did not enjoy that. It's just, And I don't want you to feel bad for recommending games. Like I said, I have fun with these games. Stupid cheating effing games or not. I do enjoy them. I do enjoy it. It's just, but when something just, the design just, bad design's one thing. Something that takes you out of the game itself is overly difficult for no reason whatsoever, or is just designed poorly. It's just, anyway. You know what? I'm just going to continue on. Let's continue on.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
It's more important that we win. When we were in there, trapped, we agreed that we had to live to fight. Hadri agreed. We said, if one of us was taken, the others wouldn't stop. We'd keep going, make our way to the bridge. They died so we could fight on.
The Takan don't want them dead.
They want to steal their bodies. And steal their minds.
The Takan knows everything the host knows.
See, we just answered that question.
They know our plan. They know we're heading to the bridge.
That's why you have to do least privilege, like need to know. Oh, that was a nice glitch.
Tylus, you should be in sickbay.
I'll finish this.
I couldn't just lie there knowing the entire fate of Hotari hangs in the balance. How did it go? You look exhausted.
It was, in fact, a total disaster.
It was a total disaster.
That can't be true. I heard a rumor that they'd made a deal, that the Illidians agreed to peace. After what we saw Sidron do to the diplomat in the mines, I could hardly believe there was hope, but then... Is that true?
I'm afraid the truth is far worse than that.
There's no deal.
No. They're all Takan now. The Hotari, the Illidians, everyone.
No. That can't be true.
Probably not everybody.
I'm sorry.
But at the very least, the heads of the state. Or the leads.
Where will I go? I can't go back. I don't have a home anymore.
You're always safe aboard this ship. And you're welcome to stay as long as you need.
Thank you.
In my quarters.
The Federation
wow.
stands with the Hotari.
Really?
To doubt it for a second.
Yellow alert.
Commander Rydick, we need you on the bridge immediately.
Hey, your hands are fine.
We've We've got an Elydian ship, the Veskar, rapidly bearing down on our position.
Or what was the Veskar. Now I'm not so sure.
Bring it up on the view screen.
600 kilometers in closing. Still coming straight for us. Commander?
Yeah, you got
Have you
3
tried
shots.
hailing them?
Try it.
Hailing the Elydian ship now. No response.
100 kilometers in closing.
Shields up. Ready phasers.
Shields up. Phasers
Wow,
ready.
that is...
It's incoming.
Well, they
Lock
didn't
phasers,
reply.
Open fire.
Open fire. Okay.
Heavy damage. But deflectors still at full power?
That bypassed our shields entirely.
That's impossible. God damn it, return fire. Everything we've got. Right.
That's why you should have contacted Starfleet, because if you get destroyed...
Commander,
I've got this. Just keep firing.
Let's try that.
Shields still have no effect.
That doesn't make sense.
I'll try another. There!
We've got incoming. How do they keep matching our shield frequency?
They couldn't. Unless... They've compromised our shield algorithms. They can bypass our shields at will.
What?
Ah!
Captain!
They just borged it up.
He's out cold.
Have you tried Impulse?
Why'd they stop?
Maneuvering.
Report.
Running on emergency power. Major hull damage on decks 4 through 7. Warp core is stable and intact.
We're completely vulnerable.
Commander, we're being held by the Veskar. It's Galvin.
On screen.
Commander Rydak, where's your captain? Not dead, I hope. At least, not yet.
Don't take it personally, but he had better things to do than talk to you.
Did he? Well, perhaps he's busy repairing his pathetic little ship. I have to give you credit, Commander. You survived longer than I thought you would. But make no mistake, your shields are useless, your weapons ineffective, and there's nothing you can do. I could destroy you at any moment. But I'd rather hear your pleas for mercy first. Your existence is entirely in my hands, and I'm not in a forgiving mood.
It's entirely possible you could destroy us. But the truth is, we're worth more to you alive than dead. Better if we report back to Starfleet about the power of Taconian technology, and the futility of fighting it.
There might be value in that. I've been thinking about what you said, Commander. You claimed I would be held accountable. And here I am. Hold me accountable.
The Veskar's weapons are powering up.
Because that ship is crystalline Borg.
But of course, now you are entirely at my mercy. So I've decided to let you live. Because there's merit to the idea you're worth more to me alive. Tell your Federation that Takan are as merciful as they are powerful. That you were fortunate to escape with your lives.
This isn't over.
I assure you, we've only just begun.
Oh no, we made him red.
Can you track their warp signature?
Nothing. It's untraceable, just like before.
Notify Ambassador Spock. want everyone in the briefing room to discuss our options.
Notify Starfleet.
What's the status of the repairs?
Notify them.
Hull breach should be patched up in a matter of hours. Impulse power is at 67%. Should be fully restored soon.
Still no luck tracking Galvin's warp signature. They've all but disappeared.
Keep trying. Finding that son of a bitch is the best shot we've got.
Commander Rydick, you had the Khan after the ship was attacked. What is your assessment, given our current situation and the losses we have suffered?
I think we don't know enough. We need more information.
In that case, we might have an option.
Oh, in that case.
Portal 6-3, Guardian of the Takan Empire. If anyone could find Galvin, it would be him.
That's assuming he's willing to help us.
True, but there's only one way to find out.
Wouldn't we need to secure authorization from the Federation Council to contact him?
The nearest Federation outpost is Andoria. I can travel there by shuttle and inform them personally of the threat from the Takan. Meanwhile, the Resolute can travel to the Delphi Ardu system in search of Portal 6-3.
I still have my doubts.
I do not. Captain William T. Riker has first-hand experience with the area and with Portal 6-3. His guidance will prove invaluable and should alleviate your...
Was it captain or commander? I kind of missed the first word.
It's a restricted zone for good reason. For all we know, we could be walking into a trap. Not to mention the high likelihood Portal 6-3's allegiance will be with the Takan. It's just too much of a risk. A waste of time. Time we can't afford to lose.
Right now, we have no way of knowing where those two
I kind of
ships
didn't
are,
get
or
all
where
the
they're
questions, so I kind of had to
going.
guess.
Another Taconian might be able to at least point us in the right direction.
Or we're the ones pointing him right toward his fellow Takan, making the problem worse.
I am inclined to agree with Commander Rydick. Her logic is sound. This portal may have knowledge that proves to be invaluable, including information on the nature of the Cartabula. We must act on the facts at hand.
Then we'll give it our best.
I'll arrange a
Captain,
meeting with
okay.
Captain Riker.
And I will speak with the Council. They need to understand the magnitude of the situation. I can leave for Andoria immediately. I wish you luck finding Portal 6-3. The very future of the Federation may rest in your hands.
Finding Portal
It takes a
6-3.
minimum of 8 crew on the bridge to run the ship, so we can expect at least that many hostiles.
If they bioformed Hadri, they know we're coming.
Which means everyone needs to be ready for...
Ambush! Oh, I did. Quick time events. Oh, great. Another phaser battle.
We need that door sealed.
We can handle that. Where do you need us?
There's an access panel there. You should be able to patch into the local system.
We'll be shot getting there.
I'll cover you. On my signal. Now!
Damn.
I think the biggest problem is the camera reset when it comes to combat.
Wait, what's this?
Got something?
Gravity. If I invert the artificial gravity inside the bridge, that'll throw anyone on the bridge right up into the ceiling.
He'll never see it coming.
Itasca, get ready to charge.
Charge?
There's some gravity polarity. Now!
Amazing.
Good charge. Alright, charge! Oh, you're still here.
What are we gonna do with them?
We don't have time to take prisoners.
So you're just gonna shoot him?
I haven't decided yet.
That's not just up to you.
I'm the ranking officer.
And we're not in your army.
may not be convenient, but we don't kill enemies who've surrendered.
Keeping prisoners is a luxury we don't have.
It's a tough situation because it's a little bit of both, but they don't have a brig.
You're an engineer, not a soldier. This is clearly my territory.
You think you have enemy combatants here? This is a hostage situation. Each one of them has an innocent life inside. I'll keep watch on them.
I'll keep watch on them.
We can't let our guard down around the enemy.
Petty Officer Diaz and I will figure out how to stop the ship.
Let's hurry. The rest of the Takan could show up any minute. Crystals. They're all over this place.
Always wanted to sit in the captain's chair, engineer.
Where's the captain?
Captain Ostego did not survive the atmosphere poisoning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
He died defending the Empire. That's how he'd want it.
So, whenever Captain Riker's ship is under attack, isn't it Attack on Titan?
This console looks unaffected.
And begin the, the trolls and the size. I am fully aware I can do tricorder. I'm just looking around.
Figure this out before we get wherever we're going. If the Resolute can't catch up to us, we're in a whole different kind of trouble.
Get out.
Get trouble.
Out.
Don't worry about me. Worry about Stretch over there.
Why?
He's looking for any excuse to vaporize the prisoners. But I'll make sure he doesn't. Even if they're the enemy, it's not right.
I'm here if you need a hand.
Just hurry up and figure out this bridge. That's the best way to help.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Everything under control?
Yes, these Takan haven't made a move yet.
And what you're doing is working.
There's
Standing
plenty
here.
more I can do, but it doesn't have to be that way. As long as they behave.
Oh, behave. Alright, I think that... Oh, there's a lower tier I can work on. That's
Interfaces on top of each other.
a complex hodgepodge of UI. Alright, tricorder it.
It's the Takan language.
From what I can tell, the ship's systems are actively responding to input.
Which is the opposite of how most bridges work. They usually send commands, not receive them.
It's from an intrusive program. This control station won't do us any good.
Yeah, that was definitely a hodgepodge of UI. Alright, let's check out the crystals.
These crystals are Takan technology. They seem to be active, just like the rest of their tech. Tetrametric pulses.
Tetrametric?
It's the energy signature of Takan technology. Everything they make gives off this type of radiation.
They're blocking the inputs. It's not responding at all. Everything I try, it just ignores me.
If we're careful, maybe we can blast the crystals off with our phasers.
All right. Just use caution.
I don't have to do any input to this time around.
Not a scratch.
You'll destroy the station itself before you get through that. What have they done to this bridge?
Consoles running themselves, some clogged up with crystals that are sending off tetrametric pulses.
But none of this is sending signals outward. It's receiving.
They're flying the ship from somewhere else.
Uh-huh.
That should be impossible. It explains why there's less than a full bridge crew. If they aren't flying the ship from the bridge, where are they controlling it from?
Activate tiny screen mode. Alright, tiny screen mode has found something.
The engine's a red line, running at full power. But this main drive manifold is spiking way over nominal levels.
Very dangerous.
Even at 100% output, the warp cores wouldn't push this much plasma to the drive section.
That much reactor output would drive us past the theoretical top speed of this ship. So how fast are we actually going?
And I don't think I can switch scan types. So let's just continue on. Scanny scan with the Game Boy screen. Nope, nothing here. Boop.
Careful where you point that thing.
It's not active. I can't see any way this would work as a weapon. It's dead.
Out of ammo?
I'm not sure.
I shall scans the people. I like how everyone is just completely dark, but then you got that dude's hair is just straight up white. Like, let's scan that. Let's scan the toupee this guy's wearing. All right. What else we got? What else do we got? We already got that. I think we already got that. So let's just kind of look on the outside. Let's do a little scanny scans. I don't think I saw anything here. Yeah, nothing was here. He stole Shatner's ticket. I bequeath my toupee to you. Let's see, what else do I need to scan? These? I don't think so. That isn't on, so I don't think I can scan that. I'm confident there's something down here, but I think I got everything. I'm just gonna double check. Just gonna double check. Need to scan. Yes. There's nothing back here. I'm just gonna try to scan that toupee one more time. It is of the raccoonian quality. So then... Oh, what is this? I guess the most obvious thing to scan would be the thing that, like, the biggest thing in the room.
We're gonna be there in less than an hour.
We can't let that happen.
Hold on, it would take days to go this distance with our fastest ship. We're traveling at a warp factor many times greater than this ship should even be capable of. Even with the engines pushed as hard as they are, they wouldn't produce this speed.
That was already established.
Whether it's these crystals, or the power from the Cartabula, the Takan have found a way to increase the engine output and top speed. We have to find a way to hit the brakes before we outrun anyone who could help us.
You can phaser the lithium.
So they can't get this ship where they're going, and enact the next phase of their plan. That is, if they don't destroy us all first. I would have thought this ship would disintegrate going this speed. But somehow, that hasn't happened yet.
That's just two sides of the same coin.
It's what?
Either way, we both want to stop the Zeldi.
Ah, yes. And we will find a way to do it.
I hate to think what the Cartabula could do if it was plugged into something it was meant to power. That's everything. Got some answers.
Like an adult toy.
If we can learn nothing else, then what's left is to make these Takan talk. And if they don't, we'll dispose of them.
Hey, that's not how we do this.
That is enough from you. I thought that thing was useless.
It was. No power. Until he touched it. Weapons must be biocoded.
Our technology will only work for one of our kind.
I can assure you, this weapon works just fine for me.
Slow down, Arminta.
You can't control the ship with a disruptor.
But I can use it to control you.
Let's talk.
Number 1.
The Titan's communications officer says Captain Riker will be ready in just a moment. You need to see this. The report on the data breach.
Damn. It's worse than I'd hoped. They didn't just compromise our shields. They stole the shield algorithms for all of Starfleet as well. Meaning every ship is potentially vulnerable to attack. Making this so much worse than it already was.
Given the potential consequences, we should notify Starfleet as soon as possible.
I don't disagree, but I'll reach out to Ambassador Spock.
Why?
I
Why?
don't want to cause a panic. And I doubt
Just
he did.
change the algorithm. Just add a +1 at the very end. I don't know.
Let's not mention any of this shield business to Riker just yet. Put him through. Captain Riker, this is my first officer, Commander Jara Ryder.
My pleasure.
Sir.
I
Quick,
wish we were all
put his
living
speed
under
at this
better circumstances.
50% so he sounds drunk.
Although you and I have actually met before.
We have.
I was a young lieutenant on the Potemkin. You were first officer on the Tuckerman. I piloted you and our science officer in a shuttle to survey quantum resonance in the planetary rings of Residius 6.
Ah, yes. Now I remember.
You know, he gave me some good advice that day about a very difficult job. Yours.
Well, I'm not one to turn down some words of wisdom, sir.
And let me ask, as first officer on a starship, where does your responsibility lie, first and foremost? To the captain, the crew, or the ship itself?
Oh, this old chestnut. I am curious to hear what she says, though.
Ultimately, my responsibility is to the crew at large.
The needs of the many. You have been hanging around Ambassador Spock.
I didn't say that, you did.
But the truth is, it's a trick question. Every situation is different, and there are no easy answers. And in some cases, it might not be any of those three. It could be the prime directive.
Well, you didn't give us that option.
Yes, so perhaps we should get to the matter at hand. When you were with the Enterprise, you encountered a Takan entity known as Portal 6-3. The Enterprise was held captive in orbit until you were able to convince him to let the ship go.
All of which is detailed in the mission report.
What we want from you is what we can't get from the report. What can we use to get Portal 6-3 to help us?
I've often thought about that over the years. How a small difference in the encounter could have led to disaster. The most important thing is, don't let him push you around. He can appear as a man or as a godlike projection. He'll test you, but don't be overwhelmed by the pageantry and theatrics.
I'll stand up to him. You can trust in that.
Good, but that's just the first step. Portal is full of bluster and bravado, but he can be reasoned with. And that's my other piece of advice. You want to appeal to him rationally. You don't want him thinking you're acting out of fear.
But we are afraid of the Takan, and with good reason.
He's not the sort to suffer fools. And he'll lose interest if he feels his time is being wasted.
I suppose that's one thing we have in common.
Do you think he knows that the Takan have returned?
He didn't even know they were gone when we went there. But the moment the Enterprise dropped into orbit around Delphi R24, he downloaded the entirety of the ship's computer. So I'd expect the same when you get there.
what if he won't cooperate and we have to face these Takan ourselves?
Then we have a much bigger problem on our hands.
What I mean is, in the 16 years since you discovered this outpost, there has to have been research. Battle plans for what to do about the Takan if we encountered more of them. I need to know what they are.
If I had that answer, it would have been the first thing I told you.
We both know Command has had their share of hidden plans in the past. Like Admiral Hansen and Captain Shelby's Special Projects Division at Starfleet Tactical, devising new ways to take on the board.
Trust me, this isn't some Starfleet conspiracy to keep you in the dark. But if you two don't think you're equipped to make contact, you need to tell me now. Because there is no silver bullet here. Now's not the time to hesitate. I need to know you're up to this.
Were you equipped to meet Portal 6-3 all those years ago?
I'm here, aren't I?
Yes, you are. And we have the benefit of your experience on our side.
Call him out in his BS, right?
There was a special task force that considered the Takan, and I was part of it. But because there were no other signs of the Empire, we determined the best course of action was to create a restricted zone around the Delphi-Ardu system. I have my concerns, but I'll clear the way with the brass for your travel into the restricted space. Just remember what I've told you. And it wouldn't hurt to read some Sun Tzu en route. Or Marcus Aurelius.
Anything else?
Thank you for your support, Captain Riker.
I wish I could be there myself. But my first officer would probably see to it that I stay on the bridge while they get all the excitement on the away mission. The burdens of command.
If you're not old enough to command, you and your dyed hair and mustache and beard.
You won't be alone out there for too long.
Thank you, Captain Riker.
One more thing. Ambassador Spock said that the Khan stole some data from your central computer. What's that all about?
We're still assessing the extent of the breach. Nothing to report as of right now.
That's it? Ambassador Spock suggested it was something more serious, which is why I'm asking.
See, there we are again. It's like information that needs to be relayed is not being relayed. And now we are forced to choose between following this D-bag who feels he has something to prove because he feels like he's getting old. Like, I don't know if he's due for promotion or what, or actually just following the rules. I don't know. This is so frustrating. It is so frustrating. So we are once again on this dilemma. Do we inform or not? I am all for informing because it could just be a small thing. Like, yeah, well, he stole the shield information. Well, that means nothing. But later on, if it means something, I have informed them. The burden is no longer on my shoulders. This is BS. And this captain is stupid. There is absolutely no way, as far as I'm concerned, that he could have feasibly gotten command. That's the point, says Bartel. See, there's these like difficult choices that are based off of like dilemmas and morals and other stuff like that, but there's also feasibility in the story. It just Solano doesn't seem like the person who would be able to get promoted to captain with his stupidity. He must have been a different person prior, but there also was an accident that, what's her face? Dr. Duval said that it changed him. So, So do I give this captain the benefit of the doubt? Or do I do what I've been complaining about for like the past hour and tell him? See, Riker already knows that there's been a data breach because Spock informed him. Riker could be like, well, I know the data breach. That means you got to tell us about the data breach. And the captain's like, nah, it's fine. So we got to support the captain because it could be like a Rikerish thing, him and his non-grayed hair or beard. That is definitely dyed. To kind of test to see if the first officer has got the captain's back. And I'm starting to think that this is one of those tests. He's just been through a traumatic event and has extra pressure with all what's going on. Things add up, and we haven't seen Solano at his best, as the doctor implied. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, regardless of how things are coming out, we still gotta back the captain up, because maybe the captain has a plan. Maybe captain is Dutch. I bring up Dutch, not like in terms of the race or the ethnicity or whatever, but like as Dutch Vanderlyn, because I'm playing Red Dead 2 again. Come on, Dutch, my friend. I want to back up the captain. That's my decision. I think he has a plan. He knows what's going on. There's absolutely no reason. I'm going to back him up.
We have our best people sorting it out. It's under control.
Okay. If I may, I recommend you keep Starfleet Command looped in very closely on that matter. There's a lot riding on
Riker big mad.
If it comes to it, the Titan and I will be ready to personally lend a hand in this fight.
Let's hope it doesn't get that far.
Riker out.
Thank you for not getting too specific with Riker about the data breach. Better we handle this ourselves, without all of Starfleet hearing about it.
What I don't understand is why you'd keep it from him. If you're going to tell Ambassador Spock, what's the difference?
This information will send a shockwave through the entire fleet. I'm sure Spock will agree. It should be compartmentalized on a strictly need-to-know basis. I have more research to do. So do you. I'm sure the ship's computer has Sun Tzu in its library. Dismissed.
That is a very Okay, I guess your warp system works again. Oh, that's right. It does work again because the ship left.
The automated Federation warning buoy. Transmitting the disable code Captain Riker provided.
How dare you piss off my Trek husband.
Commander Ermont, what are the conditions of our systems?
All internal systems operational.
Commander Westbrook, what are your scans of the planet?
Nothing out of the ordinary.
No sign of this outrageously powerful Takan being?
I'm running a magneton scan now, but so far, nothing.
Where are you? Prep your way, team. We don't know if Portal 6-3 will cooperate. He's not an asset. He's an enemy.
That's not entirely accurate.
Ready for anything.
I would say not on the best of terms, but he's not an enemy. He is not an enemy.
Prove you're worth keeping alive for a little while longer.
I cannot stop this ship any more than you could stop the tides.
We can stop the tides. We can blow up that planet. Those tides will stop.
Threats of a lower life form do not sway me. I will not bend to you. I was born 600,000 years ago. But a new age dawns today.
Are you the scion of the flame?
My name is Zan Utlosa, who was born in the final days of the age of Makto.
Of Mako.
All scions of the flame. Every one of us who have traveled across the bridge of time to be here for the Great Awakening. We have all sworn ourselves to the cause.
Eventually, one of you will break.
You don't understand how overmatched you truly are. This craft was nothing before we imbued it with the speed required by our mission. And the Cartabula produces enough energy to drive an entire fleet of ships like this one. But when we wake the Aphelion, we won't need a fleet.
The Aphelion?
Only then will you understand the might of the Takan Empire. Reborn in this time. This is
Gotta get information.
in an ocean of power you cannot even imagine.
And when you wake the Aphelion, what are you going to do with it?
Anything we want.
Come on! This goes from bad to worse unless you do what they say.
'Cause
can't stop the ship.
Then he will. Or we cut off his hands and use them ourselves.
The moment I reduce speed or change our heading, the others will know. First, they'll just resume course from elsewhere. Trivial matter. And then they will come here. For you, this is a dead end.
Yeah, we'll do with
That's a
it.
risk I'm willing to take.
Not if they're just going to start it again.
So you believe him?
I'm not sure.
Why would you tell us all this?
I tell you because I value my own life. When my fellow Scions come,
And they will come.
I expect you'll all act like the savages you are, and a battle will ensue. We've all died once. I don't intend to do so.
You've actually fired
I won't touch
first.
those controls. If you want to get us killed, do it yourselves.
You fear death.
Again. Is it redeath?
There's a way to stop this ship for good. And he knows how. He just needs more pressure.
What kind of pressure?
We heard him. He'll talk. Trust me.
That's against Starfleet protocol.
You're not on a Starfleet ship. Your protocol does not apply. We take the action that will lead to our victory. Don't assume your moral code takes...
Here we are again. That moral dilemma that this game loves to put us in. Do we allow pain, torture? Because he's right, we're not on a Starfleet ship. Or do we say we'll think about a plan? Because it's like, can we? A broken arm can be repaired. Don't really have a lot of time to discuss alternatives because before the previous cutscene, we had 1 hour before they reached their destination. That's Star Trek, yeah. That's Star Trek. So at this current point in time, might have to an arm because we just don't have the time. We don't have the time.
Precedence above all others.
I get the impression you know how to make people talk. Think you can break his arm?
No, don't.
What the hell, Carter? We don't torture people. Did you forget what uniform you're wearing? What it stands for? This isn't like you.
I just hope Kapoor didn't feel that.
That doesn't make it better.
No, nothing about this is good, okay?
Stop, please.
Oh, his arm's fine.
The warp cores. Our technology is amplifying the ship's output, and it still relies on the warp cores to provide plasma to the engines. Disable those, and the ship grinds to a halt.
Sabotage.
This display is for all life forms on the ship. This is where the infiltrators are, the central artery of ship systems, sensors, propulsion, weapons. This is engineering.
It's deserted.
If I can get us there, can you cripple my ship? Not
I'll
something
get that
I've
thing a
thought
wheelchair.
about, but I'm coming around to it.
I got this. I'm an engineer. This is my territory.
Then we'll follow your lead.
This plan of yours has one problem. It strands us. Left out of the fight when there is a war going on.
Our fight is here, now.
Agreed.
This is how we do the most good.
Agreed.
For the Empire.
For the Empire.
For the Empire.
For the Empire.
So, Carter, you didn't beam out after all. I thought you'd escaped when we boarded. I'd almost hoped you'd made it off. And Nilly's there with you too, right? It's good you two are together. I know you're here, Carter. Your technology is so simple to us. You're not a fighter. I know it. You know it. That's why you're hiding. Somewhere on this ship. But the Takan Empire has so much to offer you. Think of all the knowledge lost for 500,000 years that you'd have access to. I know you want more from life, and I want to show you what you could.
Woman, we haven't even slept together. You got no bargaining chip.
You've already seen from us. In our time, we had the power to move stars. Carter, you have a thirst for discovery. And a part of you would remain to experience the things I can show you. But if you try to fight it, you're only gonna make things worse.
You don't know what you're doing. Miranda, we can help you, but you have to fight.
Miranda is a part of us now. She's accepted that.
You're lying.
I have no reason to lie. Every one of us on this crusade has fought wars more brutal and consuming than you could fathom. But I want to reach a peaceful resolution to this. Carter, we have a plan for you. And for the others, too. We don't want to have to destroy you.
You think there's some sort of compromise to be had here? After all you've done? The only end of this is when you surrender.
After all we've done? You can't think we give up now. We can continue this conversation in person. I'll see you on the bridge very soon.
Our comm badges. She's tracking our location with them.
If we have to use force to free our fellow Scions, there will be casualties.
We can't stay here. And we need to disable the transmitters.
Where'd you go? You don't want to talk to me?
She's trying to keep you talking.
I mean, I get it. But I'm trying to help you.
Oh no. We got a nothing from the brainwashed. Like I said, if their relationship cannot survive this, then there's no point.
You've forgotten something.
A pew-pew.
They know where we're going.
Set to stun. You're not going to shoot a guy who's unconscious, are you?
You keep getting in my way.
You already broke his arm. What more do you want to do?
I want to eliminate loose ends.
And I did that for you.
You two forget you're on the same side? Come on! Now let's move it.
We got to move it, move it. I don't quite understand that emote in the reply. The last guardian. You know, I think it's going to be good for now for me to stop because, like I said, I am fighting a migraine. I've been fighting it for like the past day and a half. I just kind of want to relax for a bit. I'm not feeling 100% right now. I did what I could. I was debating all day if I was even going to be streaming, but I think I'm going to rest. I want to relax because I have a lot of lights, a lot of camera movements. I'm just kind of calling it for now. We'll continue Thursday. Ruthlessness is mercy of others. Okay. She was saying Miranda has a horse face. You know, I was complaining about the texture. I didn't like how the texture was. It kind of made her complexion stand out amongst everyone else. It didn't seem to blend with everything else. And then you call her a horse? Holy criminy. Sorry, I feel better. I will. I've been dosing myself up on like ibuprofen for muscle relaxing and Tylenol for pain reliefs. So we'll see how things turn out. That's my general remedy because I could feel it thumping. Everything is very sensitive right now. So that just about does it for this episode. If you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, notifications, follow, thumbs up, comment, I don't know, whatever, Twitch, YouTube, Face, Discord, MySpace, VHS tapes want you to do nowadays. I don't know, it changes all the time. Check out my website, JPEdgar.com. I got my books, my blog, my merch, and my stream schedule. And just a reminder that my live stream and my libraries are all separate channels, and those links will be in the description. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming in, making fun of me along the way, and just having fun with the ride. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I don't mind if you make fun of me. I don't want to make you feel bad for suggesting games. I give crap to everything, but I am enjoying it. I am enjoying the game. I even enjoyed Resident Evil. I And I enjoy all the games, and I enjoy talking with you, but, I tell you what I'm thinking, that's all. But I really do appreciate it, and like always, more ridiculous to come.